Hello, welcome back to Easy Auto. I got one here today. It's kind of strange. It is a parasitic draw. I think I'm saying that right. Anyways, the point is it's drawing on my battery and running my battery down over time. So we're going to try to figure it out. Now we have a 2003 GMC Yukon. Okay, what I got going on here is I already set up. I've got the door open. I've got the latch latched. That way it don't think that the door's open on me. So I might need to get to the fuse panel under here. Can't do that with the door closed, and I can't open it and shut it. But I'm going to show you what I found. It's kind of strange. Ain't really never seen one quite like it. This, let me see, I have to see if I can do an upside down shot. Okay, it's coming alive every few seconds, and you'll see where it's drawing 7 amps or better on the power. There you go, almost 8 amps. I shouldn't have more than about 6 milliamps pulling from this thing. 60 milliamps, I guess you would say. So, yeah, we're going to see if we can't figure out why this thing is doing that. And in order to do that, we are going to get into the fuse box and start pulling some fuses and see if we can't shut down whatever is making that pull. Find out where we're going to go from there. So let me see if I can somehow set this up. A few cobwebs in our something. It's kicking on. I'm just trying to fill these fuses. See if I can feel anything hot. I'm going to see if I can get this thing set to where we can see it. Might be a little difficult. It's going to be an issue. Get from this side. Maybe. Zoom in on it. I know it's upside down on the meter. Ain't really a whole lot I can do about that. Just want it to be in the video. Okay, so I got most of the meter and the video lined up here. You can see that it's going to keep changing. Okay, what I want to do is I want to make that stop changing if I can. If I can, I need to be able to see this too. So I guess this is going to be a slow process because there's one fuse. That didn't change nothing because it's not a constant draw. It just comes on and goes back off. There it is, it's back. This fuse was out. Let's go to the next fuse. We go in line here. what we're trying to do is we're trying to find the circuit that it's pulling on. If we can find the circuit, then we can narrow it down to where the problem is. That one. Guess I should be checking these fuses too as I'm going, because I actually got some lighters, some auxiliary plug-ins not working, so I want to double check my fuses as I go, and I can probably end up fixing another problem too. The thing is beeping on me. Wait for the 7 amps to come on. I hope I still got that in the picture for you. Almost definitely sure that should not be hitting 7 amps and going off, hitting 7 amps. My battery has went dead twice in a row. And that's a lot of amps to be pulling. A lot of amperage. Really hoping it's not some type of module going bad on me. That would suck. I'm pulling a fuse every time the amperage comes up, hoping to see it drop down immediately when I pull that fuse. Make sure I look at these. You know, if this thing would stay around 60 milliamps, then I would be fine with that. I can live with 60. It's when you get above that, you start seeing issues. Battery drainage. Really don't want no issues. Battery draining. It's always a bummer. Get somewhere, go in, park it overnight, come out. Next thing you know, you got a dead battery, and you can't trust your vehicle. It's a little slow process because I have to wait on that thing to sit there and change. Usually when you got a draw, it's a constant draw, you know, so you can sit here and just pull them out quite quickly. In this case, it's not, so that's a little different. See, with that happening, it's not letting the system go fully to sleep the way it should. Yeah, usually around 50 would be the ideal. 50 or less, 50 milliamps or less would probably be ideal on Oh, I woke something up there about pulling this fuse and plugging it back in. Sometimes that happens when you pull a fuse and plug it back in. Something different will wake up, so you got to wait for that to straighten back out. Now back to normal. Oh, by the way, I have the hood latched also, just in case there's a circuit in the hood latch saying, you know, let you know if your hood is popped or not. I'm not sure if this one has it on it, but just to be cautious. I did that. See, that one kicked something on too. I'm hoping it's still, yeah, okay, you can see that. machine I bought. I bought it from Harbor Freight because it did DC. Oh, hang on. Did I just find something, or did that just switch on its own? We'll leave that out for a second. No, okay. It just switched on its own. Make sure. Double check myself. Oh, there it is. Still there. This can be a slow process, even slower. Seeing how I gotta wait for it to kick on and go off. It's very strange. I've never seen one do this like this before. Oh, there's one of my blowed fuses I was looking for. I don't know if you can see that, but I just found a blowed fuse. Let me see what that goes to. I believe that will make sure I got this thing right. Go over here. Okay, well, that's a rear windshield wiper. That it's blowed in. Rear windshield wiper. Okay. Tell you the truth, I didn't even notice that was not working, so yes, I don't hardly ever use that. Which apparently it's had problems because they got a 15 amp in it and it's supposed to have a 25 amp. So we'll just keep moving on. There's an 8. Okay. That's good. Well, that brought it back to life. SEO ignition. Maybe secondary ignition, I'm thinking. Let that go back to sleep. That was, oh no, that was HVAC. Thought that was a secondary ignition. That was actually an HVAC. That jumped it up there for a minute. Yeah, that one's back on. I might have checked that one already, but kind of double checking it to make sure. And see, that turned it on and jumped it way up. IPC DIC. That's fine though. That's working right. Good. Oh. Hang on a minute. Did I do that, or did that drop down on its own? Let's give it a minute and find out. No, there it is. It's back. Remember to double check these fuses. Here's the last regular fuse that I'm fixing to pull on the. I was hoping to find it, but okay, I don't believe it's. Ain't in any of the normal fuses, the little mini fuses. So now I got an issue. Now I'm going to have to figure out how to there's nothing clicking on or off. Guess I could pull these big fuses and see. plastic caps to break. Definitely not it. It's kind of like playing a game of not it, huh? Not it. Not it. Not it. Not it. Woke something up on that last one. Then go back to sleep. Do its thing. Back to 8 volts. Not it. Man. Yeah. Okay. There's that 0.9 right now. BEC. One amp still too much. Give it a minute and see if it it's not jumping back up to 7 and 8, but it's staying at about 1 amp, which is still way too much. I was hoping it'll go back to sleep. I got this 50 amp fuse out, and it says MBEC. Not exactly sure what that stands for yet. But if that thing don't go down, it ain't gonna really matter. I'm gonna plug it back in, and we'll probably watch it start going back, hitting the 7-8 amp mark. Okay, so it'll probably start going back normal. It's waking up. It's up at 10 amps, back to 3. And it'll probably drop back down to around 6.6, I should say, after it falls back to sleep. And then it'll start jumping back up to the 8 amps. I'm going to try to re-zero this, make sure it, yeah, alright. Here we go. Back to the 7, drop back down. Sometimes you gotta re-zero your machine. Like 7, 5. Back to the 7. I'm gonna pull that particular fuse out again and see if we can get it to stop going to the 7. So that's probably a main fuse that controls a lot of things. We're gonna have to narrow it down a lot more than that. So I'm gonna plug it back in. We should see it start going back up again. Yeah, and it should end up coming back down to normal. Then start going back up to the 7 mark. Parasitic draw can be a little bit challenging. And back to normal. So that's the only thing so far in this fuse box that is actually changing anything. So we're gonna have to try the other fuse box, but for that I might need some help. I'm looking at my wife over in the swimming pool. Hey, you need some help, woman, you know. We'll see. I'm gonna put you on pause for a minute. Alright, what I'm doing now is I'm going to come in here and start checking this fuse box here to see if I can make a change. But I'm going to just pause it for a minute because I guess I could leave you up front and yes, okay. Alright, I'm going to leave you up front here. Alright, darling, I need you to come over here. Probably stand on this side. And you're going to watch this, and every few seconds, you're going to see this front one hit 7, 8, and then it'll start dropping back down to the point whatever.
Okay.
Okay, what I'm doing is I'm going to pull a fuse, and I don't want this to go back up to 7 or 8.
Okay.
Okay, like that. If it goes back to 7 or 8, that's the wrong fuse. I'm going to put it back in. Then we're going to go to the next one.
Got it. I understand.
So, tell me when it hits that high number.
It just hit it right now. It's dropping. So just wait.
Still on?
No.
Huh?
No. Just wait. Now.
Still on?
No. Hold on. It's back up.
Okay.
Back down. Back up. It's down. Back up.
Still up?
No. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. That one's had some other numbers added to it just now.
Did it? Did it go back up?
Well, it jumped around. It's back up again, but it jumped around to 7 to 2 before it dropped all the way down.
It jumped up to what?
It was going back and forth between 7 and 2 for just a split second.
Okay. Is it back up?
Yes.
It is?
Yep. Down. Up.
When it goes up.
Up.
I'm waiting on you to say up and down.
Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down.
Still up.
No. Up. Down. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Well, that one jumped to 10.
Okay.
And now it's
Wait for it to go back to normal, up and down.
It's staying at 3.24.
Okay, it'll change.
Now it's at 10. It's slowly dropping. Now it's back up to 8. It didn't go all the way down. Now it's down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Actually, that one's staying at 0.80 instead of dropping back down in the 60s. Now it's back up.
Back up.
Yep. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. It's at 3. Holding steady at 3.
Yeah, let it go back to its normal.
Back to 10 and down. Okay. Hold on. It's still stuck at 3. Hold on. Now it's back up to 8.
Back at 8.
Now it dropped again, yeah. Up. We're holding at 3.
Is that 3?
Yep. Here in a second, it'll switch to 8. It went to 10. 3. Now it's down. Up. Down. Up. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Ouch. Hey. Do you need to talk to him about that truck? It's George's. Oh. It's down right now. No, I just jumped up. I thought you were going to talk to him. Sorry. It's down. Up. Down. Up.
Now I'm gonna
Down.
start pulling breakers, I guess.
Up. Down. Ooh. Losing. Wait for it. Up.
All right, thank you, darling. I think I got it from here.
I'm going to get back in the pool.
All right, thank you, my love.
You're welcome. Charlie, it's okay. He's supposed to be out there.
Well, I'm not liking the looks of this because usually you'll find it in a fuse. And that's just not the case. I think I pulled every fuse. There's 2 there, I don't remember. If I pulled those or not, let me check. That's not it. Check, make sure. This one, I think I did. Yeah.
Up here.
That's fine.
Rolly. Knock it off. Rolly.
This relay shit good.
Rolly.
Alrighty, thank you, bud.
Thank you. Thank you, guard dog, Rolly. Knock it off. Nonsense.
Alright, I pulled every fuse, every breaker. Still doing it. I don't like it. I'm gonna have to think about it. Alright, I'm back on it. Now, this maxi fuse, I believe it's called, 50 amp, actually it goes to the right front seat. With it pulled out, of course it's staying at somewhere around 0.3 milliamps. I'm going to plug it back in here, see if we can get it to let it do its thing, and it'll start jumping up and down to 8 milliamps, 7-8 milliamps. Let it go back into its spot. Yeah, there's the 8. Back down. Here in a few seconds, it'll jump back up to 8. Back down. Back up. Okay, so what there's a, I don't know, hopefully you still see that jumping up and down. 8. There's 2 modules under the seat, and what I'm believing is that one of those modules are coming alive when it shouldn't be. So I'm probably going to have to order a new module for it, a seat module. I'm not sure if this module is the one that is what part of the seat it's controlling, but I'm going to go under there and try to unplug the module and see if that changes it. I'll be right back. Let's see. Did that do it? Just jump back up to 8. Hopefully I'm right. We'll go try the other module, see what happens. That also controls the right side doors. Okay, and I've unplugged both of those modules under the seats. It's still jumping up. Alright, so what I did was I unplugged the main wiring harness going to the seat. That should latch that back door. And that lights the back door. We're staying right about 40 millivolts, 40 to 50 millivolts. I'm okay with that. Seen a lot of vehicles run at 50 or milliamps, I'm sorry, milliamps. And that's pretty normal with all the computer system, everything in it. Now I'm going to plug that wiring harness back in. That goes to that passenger seat. And we'll should see it jump up and down again. Hopefully it's still in there. Alright, yeah, there it goes. It's jumping back up and down now. Hopefully you can see it. I know it's upside down on the camera. Sorry about that. They should have made these units where this was, the gauge was actually turned upside down. That'd be nice. But we can see plainly it's jumping up and down. Now that don't fix the problem. At least if I unplug it, then my battery won't sit here and drain all night every night, and I won't have to unplug my battery. Now I'll just have to figure out what is actually causing it to do that. So I'm going to unplug it again. It'll jump up to 9 volts, go back down, 9 volts. You know, it could be as simple as a switch going bad on the seat or something like that. I'm going to have to figure out exactly what that particular wiring harness is operating. I had my glove box open, so that was part of the reason that was staying up closer to 5. Now you can see it's not switching back and forth again, so that's good. We have officially found our draw, and of course it was on this 50 amp maxi fuse. I mean, you can also take your own meter, put it on, change it to amps, and put it in line between the battery and your cable. But the problem with that is if you get a loose connection or whatever, then it can bring your vehicle back to life, the computer back to life, causes problems. You don't want to have to deal with all that. I've done it for years like that, and it just kind of a bummer. This came from Harbor Freight. It goes around your cables. Okay, well, apparently I don't think that caught everything, so now I'm gonna have to go all the way back over that. Hopefully y'all can see the numbers in that. I don't know what it caught and what it didn't, so that really sucks. That sucks trying to videotape yourself. Anyways, this 50 amp maxi fuse that I found goes to the passenger seat and the passenger doors. I unplugged the main wiring harness going to the seat, and I don't know if you can see the numbers now, but now it's staying below where it's supposed to. It's going to sleep. It's no longer jumping up to 8. I'm going to plug that wiring harness in, and I might as well take you with me so I can show you where it is, and then we'll come back to this and I'll let you see the numbers change up to 8 or 7 and go back down. I don't know why that stopped recording. Okay. Sorry, my feeling. It's hard to get y'all in here. Bear with me. Okay, what I got here's, I don't know if you can see it. Here's my main wiring harness going to this seat. One of the main wiring harnesses. I believe it's more than likely going to the motor or the adjustments. And it could be as simple as one of the buttons sticking. Okay, got it plugged back in. Now we'll go look. We should see that amperage jumping up to 7 amps. Oh yeah, let's see. I know you're upside down here, but so that jumped up all the way to 9 amps. 7, 9, and then back down. That's not what we ever want to see. That's never a good thing. So what we'll do, we'll go back over here, unplug it, unplugged. That probably controls all of my seat, I ain't sure. Yeah. That kind of felt a little sticky. I don't know if that was just barely stuck or what. So we might plug that in and try it again. But now there should be a steady no more jumping up to 9 amps. That's craziness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug that back in and just give those buttons a little wiggle and see if that fixes the problem. It could be that simple. Let's go back over here. Sorry about the camera work. I know it sucks, guys. I don't have no camera person, so I don't know. You can see I'm gonna plug this in. Kind of hard to do this with one hand, and That button, when I touched that button a while ago, it felt sticky, like maybe it was somehow trying to make contact. I don't know. We'll see if that actually fixed the problem. I think that passenger button might have just been sticking. I'm going to take this off. Zero it out. I mean, we're drawing pretty much nothing right now. I mean, just about nothing. And it's not switching back and forth to, well, like you've seen before, 7 to 9 amps of power. You know, we're okay as long as we're 50 and below. Like our Toyota, I think it'll run like a half an amp, almost, not quite a half an amp of power. You know, and it does that all the time. This one is dropping down to pretty much nothing. And now, it was that stupid switch the whole time. Was just got locked into place a little bit. Sitting there making a halfway connection. Right here, when I touched it, it went click. I think it was just barely trying to make a connection, and it was sitting there running my battery down. So, but you know, that's part of diagnosing. You know, little things like that happens. Of course, it costs you some time. I mean, I've probably been working on this thing for about 2 hours. You know, so when you go to diagnose things like this, especially electrical issues, you know, that you can't figure out, you know, it's going to take some time, you know, and you have to charge for that time too, you know, especially electrical issues. But anyways, there is a problem fixed. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. You know, that's life at Easy Auto, where life ain't always easy. Something simple like that turns into a 2-hour job, you know. So, I don't know if this helped you. I hope you enjoyed the video, though. I enjoy making them, even though I know they're a little rough video. I ain't no professional cameraman, but maybe somebody got something out of it. Anyways, appreciate you. Easy Auto, where life ain't always easy.